Hey guys, welcome to Embracing Expansion. My name is Vanessa, and if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you stick around. There's so much for us to learn from each other, so much growth, so many things to discover. So last week I wasn't feeling very well because I was like battling a cold or a flu. I don't know the difference between the two. I have no idea what the difference is between a cold and a flu, but anyway, I thought I had over the previous weekend before last weekend. I was like, okay, I beat it because I was getting symptoms, and then I took my my little mango leaf, guava leaves. I made my concoction as a tea and I drank it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then on Tuesday, last Tuesday, I'm like, okay, I'm not, this is not, I started feeling so drained, and that congested feeling you get in your head. Yeah, and like your head feels so heavy and you feel like you just want to sleep. And I knew it was attacking me fully, so I was like, okay, let's just let it go through. Because I tend to feel that, I believe that, even the flu is necessary because it helps your body to get rid of mucus. So that's what I think actually causes the flu. That's my theory. Okay, so when I have the flu, I usually just work out a little bit more, get a sweat in, and, it went away. Fortunately, because I'm a singer, I'm always worried, although it's never affected my voice. In fact, I find that my range is higher when I have a flu or a cold, whichever. Don't know which one I had. So yeah, I kind of was like, okay, let me try these new songs, and yeah, I explored it and it worked. So my falsetto is easily accessible when I have the cold or the flu. Yeah, so it was a fun week altogether. Flu, that makes the flu sound really fun. It wasn't fun, but I enjoyed the vocal effect it has on me. So anyway, I want to talk today about the secret that I've discovered, what the secret to life is for me. Okay, and I think generally it is probably you will agree with me, but I just want to share it with you. After all, this is Embracing Expansion, so I'm sharing what I discovered works for me with you, and to just get you inspired. It might not be exactly what it is to you, but so today I want to encourage us to keep looking forward. That's what I want to do. I feel like that is what keeps life in us. That's what keeps us excited about life, if we keep looking forward. And I will use an example of our grandparents, or the elder people in our family, the older people in our family, our elders. Like, they all have from the day of, I guess, not necessarily of birth, but at some point in our adult lives, we set this big goal, and we're like, okay, my goal is to have my dream home, and my dream home is 6 bedrooms, 7 baths, and a pool, and and 3 cars or whatever. So in order to accomplish that goal, I'm going to take a mortgage or a loan, and I'm going to take a loan to do that. And we spend our entire lives, guys, working to accomplish that. So we take the loan and we spend our lives. Now the goal is, once you have the house, you still have to pay the loan off. So we spend our lives paying that loan, working hard to pay that loan, to keep up with that lifestyle. And the unfortunate thing is, in many cases, once that goal is realized, we don't know what else we want. We are like, okay, I've done that. So, or not just we don't know what else we want, we set no more goals for ourselves. Like, we literally feel like, yes, this is why I'm here. This is what I was here for. I was here to work very hard and save money, or take a mortgage and build a house and pay the mortgage off, and when I'm done, I'll be free. That is not what life is about. Or we say, I'm gonna go overseas and work really hard and save money, and then come here and come back home to my island, and then where I'm from, my hometown, and then build a really big house, and then enjoy the house. But the thing is, in all our goal setting, we set one goal, and that's all we work towards. We don't set any other goals around that. All our goals are set basically regarding that one goal of that house. And I feel like when you do that and you accomplish the house, whatever age you are, some people do it at, I think 65 is I'm not sure, by the age by which I guess most people have paid their loans, generally, especially here in St. Lucia, with houses. And And I'm not talking about presently, I mean like in the past, what I'm familiar with. And so it is, it's almost like you're telling spirit, or you're telling your higher self, that once I have done this, and that's a seed you plant in your body, in your physical body. Our words are so important. You tell your body and your mind and your soul, and once you've done that, you will feel accomplished, and this is all you want out of life. In a sense, that's what it sounds like. This is all I want out of life: to have a house, a car, and to whatever, you know. And I feel like this is, you're limiting your time here. When I think about, like, I always like to make it very clear that I'm not familiar with everything in the Bible, but I do remember people living, or ages of people being 300 or 500 years old, and over the course of time, our lifespan's been reduced, or it's less now. Our expected life expectancy is like, our life expectancy is lower now, and that is because of us. That is because of us. That is because of not just us as you to yourself, but the things we let in. We have given our power of our duration of our lives to everything but ourselves. And that is just not okay. I believe that, of course, in accordance with spirit or God, whatever you call it, whoever you call him or her, that high power up there, that beautiful power up there, that we work with in our existence, in this journey of expansion, we have to keep. Expansion is the basis of our existence. So if you limit your expansion, you're basically limiting your existence. Okay? If you're gonna say, my purpose here is to have a house, you know, because I didn't have a good house growing up. This is what I want to accomplish. How about you just keep setting goals for yourself? Like, if you want a long life, the moment you tell your body, oh, that's it, I don't want to do anything more, guess what starts to settle in? You get illnesses, and you get deflated about life, which triggers illnesses. We have to keep setting goals for ourselves. I think it is so important that it doesn't have to be grand as a house or a car. It could be eating better. It could be meditation. It could be just to try something new. It could be just you write a bucket list. Bucket list should not, I don't think a bucket list should be like 5 or 10 things and you just accomplish them and then you feel like, whew. You should keep adding stuff to your bucket list. I want you to decide to set for yourself a consistent bucket list. When you tick one thing off, add another thing. You know, let your bucket list always stay on 10 or whatever number of things that you have so far, or you haven't had any. Write a bucket list. Things you want to try. You don't have to be good at it. You just have to keep wanting to live, wanting to expand, wanting to learn something. We're not going to perfect everything, but it's nice to become familiar with everything. Like, there are things that I probably will try just for the thrill of it in my lifetime. I've actually lately been considering bungee jumping. It's something I was like, I'll never do that. But I think I could try it just to have it off my list. I'm not a perfect painter, or I love painting, I love coloring, just because I love trying new things. I'm not like amazing at it at all, but I just love doing that. And if I'm in my house right now, like, I have a sewing machine because that's a goal that I have. I'm currently working on my flexibility. I paint when I'm in the mood, or when I get inspiration, I paint. I have mandala coloring books, you know. I love dance. I'm also learning so many things that some days I'm overwhelmed with things to do. My days are always very full because I'm always up to something. I'm always up to something. And I feel like that's how we show gratitude to spirit for us being here, for allowing us to be here. Even we chose to be here, but we show gratitude for this experience to spirit, this experience of expansion, our role, our decided and chosen role to contribute even more to expansion. We show gratitude by living, not breathing, but living. And there are some people in my life, I grew up watching those people, and in those, when of course they were younger, and you know, I was even younger, and so they were so filled with life, and they would make you look forward to growing up. You know, like, I can't wait to grow up so I can go to the beach on my own, or I can go to the club, or I can change my hairstyle, or I could dress up, or I could learn to drive a car, or I could, you know, like any, it doesn't have to be major, that they just inspire you. They inspire you, and then you grow up, and guess what? You look at those people now. I thought of, this is what actually this topic of conversation came from, because last night before bed, I'm in bed and I'm remembering my cousin, how she was just, I loved her. Like she listened to lots of music, and she would dance, and every Friday she'd go out and come back and tell us stories. Like she was just so full of life. And now she's doing nothing, and there's an emptiness in her eyes, there's a sadness in her eyes, and I don't ever want to be like that. I am 36 years old. I know to some of you I don't look that, but I just pride myself on living, man. I'm never going to be the person who says, I hear people say all the time, oh, I'm not dressing like that for my age. No, you're just how you feel like. Your number, your age doesn't define what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And to anyone who's implied that to you, like, in there, out there, like, don't ever limit yourself because of your experience. Your experience should make you want to do more, because you have been preparing yourself to be able to do more with your time here, right? Even for industries like the music industry, actually recently there was this advertisement for a competition here, and was it a competition or a talk show? Yeah, a talk show. And my friend, she posted and she said, youth, she has a youth program on the radio, and she was looking for youth, and her mark was like, you should be, I think it was 16 to 35. And I'm like, oh my goodness, is she telling me that I'm not a youth? I remember commenting and telling her, sweetie, I am, if I come there, I am youth. I am a youth. I'm a member of the youth. I am young. I am youthful. I have life. I have vibrancy. I'm excited about life. These are what makes us youthful. You know, not a number. There are people who are like 90, they don't look 90. There are people who are 36 who don't look 36. They probably look older or younger than 36. And that means nothing. Your ability to live, your drive, your will, you know, I always say to keep looking forward. That is the secret to life, to a long, happy, and healthy life. To keep looking forward. So this is what I want to encourage you guys to do today. Just keep looking forward, man. Don't limit yourself. Like, I'm sure sometimes we look at people we probably, when we were in high school, they were in like kindergarten or something, and they've grown now, and because we see that they've grown now so much so that we feel like, oh my god, we're old. No, look at yourself in the mirror every day and set a new goal for yourself. It doesn't have to be big or expensive or long term. Set a goal. Say, you know what, today I'm gonna learn a new recipe. Oh my gosh, I think now having this conversation, I need to like start cooking, like go into different recipes, because food is becoming like monotonous to me. So so yeah, so that's another thing. It could be a cooking goal. It could be, I want to learn to make this dish, or I want to learn to make cocktails at home, or I want to learn to sew, I want to learn to design, or you know, I want to paint. And it doesn't have to be art paints. You're like, I want to change the color of my house and I want to do it on my own. Just set a goal for yourself. Learn to play a new game. Pick up a new hobby of playing a new game. Guys, when I tell you that this is my drive, this is the secret to me of having a very happy, fulfilling life. And I don't need, I'm not saying I don't need any motivation about it. Like, this is me. I always tell myself, Finesse, get up today, and when I'm pushing through these goals, I feel so great. I have roller skates at my house, roller blades at my house, and these are things that I haven't gotten into yet. I just was, I guess, during COVID, I was just stocking up, because I was like, you have to keep yourself entertained. So I have games, and I have just so many beautiful endeavors that I can embark on, you know. So when I take one off, I have another one waiting right there, and I'm just gonna continue. Even if you have been, so let's say like I do my flexibility training, and I accomplish that. I accomplished the goal that I said. Let's say my goals are handstands, and I accomplished that. I move on to something else, but that doesn't mean that I'm done. I could always set a new goal in the area. So just keep, that is how we show gratitude. If you're thankful for your life, you have to use your life. Use your life for something. Don't put a limit on yourself. Don't put a timestamp on yourself. You can be and live as long as you want to, and this is just how I live. This is what I live by. I can live, I can dress, I can think, I can take on anything as long as I have life, and I take care of me to ensure that I can do that. And because I'm taking care of me, because I have those plans, it's like you're telling your body it needs to be strong, so it is strong enough to handle those things. And guess what? You're speaking more life into yourself by speaking more goals into yourself. So this is what I want to encourage you guys to do today. Keep looking forward, okay? We have as long as we want. All right? So this is Finesse. Thank you so much for stopping by on Embracing Expansion. Today's Sunday is the beginning of a beautiful week. Yes, plan your week. Decide that your week is going to be awesome, filled with opportunity and joy, and that you are divinely guided and protected and attuned. All right? Have a wonderful week.